They thought I would pay for my brother's 120K dream, but I gave them a lesson they'll never forget. Hello, my name is Ryan and I'm a financial advisor from Dallas, Texas. I'm 26 years old. I want to tell you a story about how I learned that being the reliable one can come at a cost. Have you ever realized your family only says your name when there's a bill attached to it? That was me, the eldest, the dependable one who always had his wallet ready. My younger brother Jack was the golden child. When we were kids, I had to scrub floors for my allowance. He got presents just for trying his best. I'll never forget being 10, kneeling on the kitchen floor with a bucket of soapy water while Jack played video games in the living room. My dad would walk by, pat his shoulder, and say, "That's my boy." Nobody seemed to notice the water burning my knuckles. This. High school wasn't much different. I saved up tips from bussing tables to buy a used laptop just so I could do my homework. Jack got a brand new phone for his safety. My mom said it with a straight face as if my cracked screen wasn't safe enough. It was the same house, but two completely different worlds. But I never complained. I told myself it was about balance. I was the planner, the stable one who could make the numbers work. And for many years, I played that role, covering bills, holding the ladder, and keeping the peace. Until it wasn't peaceful anymore. This. I'll never forget the last Sunday meal I went to. The house smelled like rosemary and garlic. My mom's roast was in the oven and my dad's sports game was on mute. The kind of silence that meant don't change the channel. Jack came in 20 minutes late wearing a designer sweater. That likely cost a car payment. He asked if we had lemon water and I said, "The faucet works." He looked at me like I had offered him poison. My mom just smiled, her spoon tapping the oven. She said, "Ryan is careful. He's comfortable. Not like Jack, he's creative, he's meant for more." I kept chopping the parsley like I didn't hear it, but deep inside something old and small shifted. This. That night, lying on my sofa, I realized I wasn't their son. I was their safety net. The money started with small things. A family phone plan for a year, which turned into 5. Netflix, car insurance, and vet bills. Then it was my mom's credit card minimums, my dad's property tax bill, and Jack's car payments. A few hundred here, 1,000 there, always on my credit card. They always said, "We'll pay you back later." But later never came. By the time I was 27, I had poured almost $50,000 into keeping their lives together. When I was finally offered a job in London, a raise and a place to live, it was everything I had ever worked toward. My mom just brushed it off. "Your brother needs you right now," she said. "Jack needs me." That phrase was always a code for pay up, hold steady, and forget your dreams. I thought back to every single need: Jack needing rent for the 3rd time in 6 months. My mom needing me to cover her emergency loan 3 times in a single year. My dad needing his medical copays handled because the insurance was complicated. Each time I swallowed the anger and told myself, family comes first, but what they really meant was Jack comes first. Then came the final request, a white binder with tabs and highlighted numbers. A $120,000 loan for Jack's new studio. "Just co-sign," my mom said. "It's not that deep," Jack said. But it was. It was exactly that deep. I pushed the binder back and said no. In that moment, you would have thought I had committed a crime. The phone calls, the crying, the guilt all came rushing in. Jack texted me that night. "I'm quitting my job. You'll support us while I find myself." I stared at those words until the letters blurred. Support us. As if my paycheck was community property. Like my life was his safety net too. And for the first time in my life, I didn't flinch. I wrote back, "Not my problem." 10 minutes later, my mom sent a message that said, "No more family meals until you sign your brother's loan." I laughed, not out of cruelty, but out of relief. Like air finally rushing into a room that I hadn't realized was suffocating me. That night, I opened my laptop and clicked accept on the job in London. My flight was booked and my housing was arranged. I was starting on a Monday. Then I cut the strings. I removed my name from the bills, shut down the auto payments, and changed all the passwords. Dozens of charges vanished from my accounts. Insurance premiums, car payments, streaming services, even Jack's gym membership. 43 missed calls stacked up on my phone, while I built my freedom line by line in a spreadsheet. I called exit for weeks, the phone didn't stop. My mom's voice messages were filled with tears and my dad's silence. was heavy in the background. Jack's text swung from rage to begging, but I held my ground. And the strangest part? The world didn't collapse. My parents yelled, my brother cried, and my phone lit up until it burned. But outside my window, the sun still touched the building across the street. My neighbor still watered his tomato plants. Kids still drew crooked suns on the sidewalk. Life kept moving on, and for the first time I did too. Thanksgiving came early that year. It arrived in a quiet apartment with a suitcase packed and a ticket taped to the door. There wasn't a single bill in my name except for my own. I microwaved a frozen dinner, poured a glass of wine, and sat by the window. For once the silence wasn't heavy, it was clean. Sometimes reclaiming yourself isn't loud. It's quiet. It's not about slamming a door. It's finally walking through it. And once you step through, you never look back. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the real stories we share here on Home Exposed. Your support keeps us going, and we'd love to have you as part of our community.